winners finals, and of course, we hadn't mentioned it before. This is going to be our first to 3 set here in the top 8.
Yes.
Because we are in top 3, the sets will be first to 3. Once we go back to loser semis, it'll go back down to first to 2. But here we have the first to 3.
Yeah, so one of the things that TORORO ran into just on the path to winners finals, obviously, was Ren, right? And one thing that Ren does when playing Charlotta is a lot more erratic.
Yes.
and quicker and less stoic, right? But we have definitely seen from TAKO over the months of just a lot of stoicism and incredibly strong button placements, right? And that was obviously the strength of TORORO over in the semifinals. And so we're now going to be seeing a very similar style, in my personal opinion, kind of clash and run into each other. Because I can only imagine TAKO was watching TORORO's match earlier and is thinking about not jumping.
Yeah. Yeah, TORORO's ability to catch those jumps is incredibly good. Both of these players have a ton of matchup knowledge against the opposing characters. Just a lot of nuanced decision-making that we will see throughout this set. But winners finals, I don't think it's going to be underway immediately. They're probably going to do a button check first.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been button checking before, and again, it's one of those things that's really important at this point, because your the last couple of chances are now, right? Like, you've only got 2 lives in the bracket, and some of you are in losers, so it's only the 1.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're able to get everything out as easily as you need it to be there. Looks like it was pretty quick check, which is good. Got those EVO branded headphones right there. Thank you so much. To our wonderful sponsors bringing this to us.
Yeah, shout outs to all the sponsors, all the wonderful crew and production that have been doing a stellar job this entire weekend, holding down the streams, everyone that set up the stages, the whole venue. I mean, it's EVO, so it doesn't come as any real surprise, but my goodness, is it great to be back here in offline EVO, and what an incredible venue that we have.
Yeah,
the Mandalay Bay.
Just all the energy that just gets to reverberate through the walls of this area. You know, it's been waiting a couple of years to just have that energy brought back to it, but it is here and it is out in full force as we are going to be getting our winners finals underway here now. And again, TORORO versus TAKO, the run back from Cygames Cup here in the winners finals of EVO 2022. So we do have the PERCIVAL. Pretty sure he picked BELIAL. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So again, this is one of those Titans clashing of the same type of play style. And you know, that could be one thing where one of them tries to change it if it's a little stronger for the other, right? And you might see something kind of different because of it.
Letting the full intros rock as well.
Wait for it. Kakatte-koi. Winners finals, first game, TAKO versus TORORO. And then already the whip punish on the 5H, whip punishing another 5H. You know, that is one of the few weaknesses that 5H has, that it has a very long amount of frames that you can whip punish it.
Yes. To make up for its gigantic size and the raw on hit.
Yeah,
the slow stack of pressure once again coming out from TAKO.
Yeah, that stagger. See, this is like the stoicism that we were talking about previously. It's just, it's gotta be there, because if you make one wrong move, the opponent is going to snowball so fast.
Yes.
And then already the run up right here. TAKO feeling, you know, not very afraid. And yeah, TORORO finding finally the 2M of his dreams. Oh, that was meant to be DP, I feel like. I feel like that was a reaction on the jump, but not gonna work out here.
Yeah, he did of course use the DP for the knockdown, so he had it off cooldown, so he didn't have that option available.
Yeah, using the EX version of the DP is still going to allow for a larger cooldown, even if it is a technical input, right? So,
yes.
Okay, just gets a Trauma Rise stack. Nice. Powered up specials in case of errant 5H or a 2U hits, right? Oh, but there's another whip punish on the 2M. TAKO with the run. Gonna ask Modius all the way to the corner.
The recognition of seeing that TORORO is using a lot more 2M of block. What a reaction versus the EX Lord Strike to get the DP to maintain that corner position.
Yeah, if there's one thing that we have seen from TAKO so far, it is reactions are powerful. There it is. Yeah, just trying to find the far medium TORORO just to be able to get out, right? Because even if it's not a hit, you want to try and, you know, push back TAKO as much as possible. The dodge is able to get hit, and that's a free Trauma Rise strike into the Lord Strike. Good damage. And there's the EX Trauma Rise.
Big 2H coming out. Rush confirm as well. Gets a full corner full corner carry into the EXDP. Tick throw, and one more hit should do it for Tororo in this round. And there's the other tick throw. Very nice.
And for a good almost 60 seconds, it looks like TAKO was in complete control with no response from Tororo. But one proper decision just completely falling to his favor, and that's what we mentioned previously, right? The snowball effect.
Yeah.
You make one wrong move, these two are capitalizing with impunity.
And just the hit confirms coming out from Tororo right now. It is imperative to be good with this character, to have those single hit confirms on deck. And Tororo has the masterfully gets the counter on the Lord Strike. Unfortunately, not able to get the full combo right there. Doesn't quite time the far medium.
Yeah, was able to catch trying to jump out, and there's the Dragon Punch on another jump. Yeah, TAKO is maybe starting to jump a little bit too much.
And back into that comfort range again. There is the rush confirm out to the far medium, and Tororo taking the first game here in Winners Finals.
Yeah, that looked so difficult at first for Tororo. I was counting it out, honestly, because the way TAKO was playing, but Tororo, you know, you gave Tororo an inch, he took more than a mile.
Yeah.
So just thinking about it a little bit as TAKO. Remember, this is a best of 5. That means 3 games has to be won in this set, unlike the previous ones. So, you know, TAKO, Tororo, they have a lot of time to discern what their opponent's game plan could be and how to go around it, but that's not part of the game plan.
Yeah, just a little bit too far at the end of that 2M. That usually does work as a crouch confirm, but not quite at that distance.
Yeah, I love the use of jab, right? You're trying to check the opponent either, you know, trying to like fuzzy match or anything like that by doing it delayed. And then there it is. But Tororo is not a big proponent of fuzzy matching. It looks like it's just picking and choosing spots that he feels is perfect.
Yeah, just the decision making versus that offense, so clean.
And look at the spacing too. Yeah, was trying to stay outside of that medium range, and TAKO decided to press 5H on timing alone rather than on reaction, right? Got the hit. It's gonna go into Super Skybound Art.
Yeah.
It's good damage.
That should be the KO as well, but just the mid-range dynamic between these two is really just TAKO trying to stay out of that far M range. Meanwhile, Tororo just trying to kind of squeeze his hits in between the hits of the far heavy. TAKO taking that first round again.
And again, off of another whip punish that has been just the name of the game for TAKO, just whip punishing such far movements. Oh, that's plus, yeah. Well, you're just going to get hit by it, and the counter hit needs a full combo here for TAKO. And look at the damage. That was a third of your life. Come on.
Tororo just tried to challenge there. Lovely use of the JU. Implementing that into the pressure. Not an option that you see on pressure too much these days. But, you know, you've always got to have tricks in the bag.
Yeah, well, I mean, after they changed it, right, it's no longer this easy bake-off in plus frames, right? So you're looking to really use it in perfect spots. But, hey, you want to talk about a perfect spot? These far mediums finding their mark again, straight into the rush. And we saw off the back of one far medium that worked out for Tororo, got a whole game off of it.
Yes. Back to the mid-screen. Good challenge with the 2L, and TAKO taking that second game.
And that right there was an adaptation from seeing a previous block string that Tororo did in the last game, right? You know, previously, TAKO was not pressing buttons in that situation, and that was allowing Tororo to move forward, to take more time, to be able to push you to the corner and get more offensive advantage. And so TAKO said, okay, well, that was a big problem last game. Let's not have that happen again.
And I wonder if we're going to see a similar adaptation on the side of Tororo as well, because TAKO has been using a lot of those kind of delayed staggers that are leaving gaps for Tororo to be able to press the great spot dodge right there. Not able to get the safe meaty. The Oki after the EX stab, not the best.
Yeah, I was looking for the Dragon Punch on that one, so that's why TAKO stopped the offense, but now run up throws. So remember, the jump was represented earlier, so now Tororo is having a little bit more trouble with throws, right? Because it's like, well, is it actually a throw this time? Oh, Asmodeus was an attempt, but yeah, there's the reaction that we saw earlier. You mentioned it previously.
Good block on that. Doesn't get the punish, even though he was in range to get the close light there. Lovely sweep coming up from TAKO.
Ooh, yeah, a technical sweep right there. Try to go on the Asmodeus. That's going to be an EX gone, so won't be able to convert just as easily until it comes back. And that's one thing you always have to remember is watching your opponent's cooldowns to know what they have available to them.
All of TAKO's cooldowns are back. The DP through the fireball. That option has been hit quite hard against a lot of fireballs. It doesn't really work as well, but BELIAL's is one of the few where it still works as a strong option. Didn't have an ender right there to be able to capitalize, but the far heavy into the full combo. Count hit. Beautiful from Tororo.
That confirmed would not have been possible unless they had added the rush mechanic into this version of the game. That would have just been a knockdown, and Tororo would have had to start mixing up again. But taking the round off and using the mechanics as well as possible, and just taking the lead in this winners finals again.
And that's just one of the terrifying things about Percy. He was already an incredibly strong character prior to these new mechanics, but the rush in particular just makes him even more powerful, brute forcing through that offense with the EXDP. And again, the one-hit confirm coming out.
And yeah, you can see that TORORO is totally fine with using a lot of EXs because that rushdown exists, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you don't have the cooldown anymore. You can still get it confirmed into a hard knockout. Okay, that's going to be a challenge, yeah. Now, I do wonder if TAKO is going to start EX Dragon Punching after the jump U, because it's been challenged by TORORO almost every time so far.
Yes.
Oh, with the 5-8 full conversion as well.
Excellent use of the rush. This time coming out from TAKO, full damage. Not going to get an SBA ender, of course, because of the rush. Tick throw, and again, one more will be able to take the game, and there it is. Another throw, 1-1. In this round.
Yeah, and at the very beginning of that round, you saw a lot more JUs from TAKO trying to put it in TORORO's mind that, you know, throw is not my option, I promise. And then, oh, I'm a snake, I'm sorry, I love to throw!
The first Versago of the set coming out from TAKO right there.
I like that. TORORO took the chance to take the counter hit as a way to get out of the corner rather than anything else, right? Like, positioning is so important in fighting games. And now, look at what the positioning is afforded to TORORO.
And that's a combo that you can do because of rush, even without stocks, because you put them into the air. The EX5 was actually able to combo there.
Yes. Oh, with the jump over. Okay, yeah, Fireball recovers just in time, but the EX gets bodied by the far medium. Tried to combo off it, the drop though. And remember, Super Skybound Art is on deck. After this Visago, depending on the hit, there could be death.
Yes. Got to be so careful around that 2M in particular. Counter hit will end the round and the game for TAKO right there. Going for these staggers, you know, and there it is. There's the opening. He has all the cooldowns.
It was a light starter. Okay, it's gonna kill him.
Yeah. If he didn't have those cooldowns for the Fireball and the Asmodeus, I think that may not have killed, but yeah, with all of those resources, it's enough. And TAKO 2-1 up versus TORORO so far.
Yeah, Anagenesis to finish it off, and TAKO and TORORO, they just continuously change up the game plan. One of the big changes right there from TAKO was the way the stagger pressure was. We saw it in the very first round of the very first game, right?
Yes.
We saw that exact stagger pressure, you know, the lights, the walk back, walk forward, you know, trying to bait out something, but TORORO was never responding, right? So TAKO started to take that and was like, okay, well, if you're never responding with a twitch reaction on a throw, I'm gonna start throwing.
Oh, that was so good. The slight step back to get out of the tick throw range from TORORO. Not able to fully capitalize in that situation, but still, again, we're just seeing so many subtle adaptations between these two players. Finally takes a throw.
And this is one of the hardest positions to be in because, yeah, everything is available to TORORO, right? Can just check you if you're trying to jump out. Oh, but a rare opportunity here for TAKO was actually able to jump in.
A little bit too slow on the anti-air to attack on the throw. And all of these normals now dealing chip damage, but a good rush to get out. Doesn't have faith in that far heavy.
Yeah, if TAKO didn't try to jump H right there, that would have actually hit the fireball. But there's a great dodge from TORORO and was able to punish and finish the round off.
As we mentioned before, that is one of the counterplay options that you can use against the far heavy from BELIAL. That spot dodge can avoid and get the punishes.
Oh no, that was probably not meant to be Dragon Punch there. And if it was, it would have only been an EX, I think.
Speaking of EX, there we go. The hard knockdown and the 5 Trauma stocks into the confirm of the air hit.
Yeah, oh, and the whip punish on the 5-8. Yeah, it's so rare to see an actual whip punish on that move because of how gigantic it is. But, you know, if you whip that move, your opponent is doing something very rare.
Yes.
Okay, just try to stay out of it. Wanted to punch that far medium, not going to get it. And yeah, TORORO taking the turn back and looking like in a good position as well.
Yes, he has all of his meter, all of his resources. Oh. The rush! 2-2 here in this winners finals. Thanks to the rush. Again, as we mentioned before, I believe rush such a great endgame situation, such a great endgame option because it's solo committal, right? It's plus on block if it's blocked, it KOs if it hits, and you're just in a great position afterwards regardless.
Yeah, and I mean, you can special cancel it too, so if the rush itself is not going to be able to kill, next thing might be. And so TORORO using that well, and using the reactionary Dragon Punch, catching some more Traumarized stacks, and now TAKO probably rethinking a bit of the button press decisions.
Nice, double 2L coming out from TAKO. That is the ideal option to get the clash in that situation.
Yep, trying to get the plus frames here, but there it is. Okay, so the Dragon Punch in the middle of Black Strings hasn't been done a lot by TORORO, but now that we're in a final game situation, is busting it out to try and make TAKO rethink everything.
Yes. Again, these far mediums from TORORO around the spacing of those far heavies are just immaculate. Get good, great air-to-air coming out from TAKO right there.
Not a full combo though, and that's not going to do enough. As yeah, Chip is prevalent and trying to stay outside of overdrive range, right? Because TAKO is going to the Dragon Punch whips, but not going to get the punish. You're at least now out of chip range.
But now you can deal chip to TORORO himself as well.
On every normal, these 2M is inching TORORO closer and closer to death as the attempted Asmodeus to catch. Oh, but there it is!
That's a safe jab though, that's a safe jab!
And that's going to do it right there, the 5H.
Unlike the 2M that we saw before from Vera, that is not going to work as a punish. Safe jabs are very, very prevalent, particularly versus reversal supers in this game. Oh, the El Visago, not an option that you see very often, usually very outclassed by the EX.
Yeah, and I can only imagine it was not intentional by TAKO due to the range. Yeah. But, oh, got the counter hit, didn't believe though, and there's a counter hit right there for TORORO.
Yeah, hard knockdown with the sweep.
Oh, yeah,
big jump in.
And, you know, we haven't seen a lot of neutral jumping either from TORORO, but, you know, recognizing that TAKO is 5Hing quite a bit, it has become a prevalent option to use.
Wow! Even with the whiff punish not in range to get the proper hit. And now TAKO one hit away from potentially getting knocked down to the loser side of bracket.
Oh,
and there it is! The raw EX Schneiden to take TORORO